Let's talk about the importance of being with the man that God wants you to be with, the one that you trusted God to help you find. Well, I should start off by saying, first of all, ladies, if you are looking for a man, then you're already starting wrong, because the Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. What your job is to keep seeking God, keep pursuing Jesus, keep following the Lord, and just keep pursuing the kingdom. And he will bring that man to you. You're preparing yourself for a life with a man that God chose for you. So if you're looking for a man yourself, then you're taking it upon yourself. You're probably going to choose wrong. If that's not fully trusting in God. And we're also going to discuss today, we're going to discuss your health and the way your body reacts to the wrong man. If you are in a toxic relationship, a relationship that is unequally yoked, one that God did not choose for you, you didn't wait for the one, then you're going to start developing health issues. It happened to me. Yes, I was in an abusive situation. But I started to develop a lot of things, one right after the other. It started with my blood pressure. My blood pressure started to skyrocket. And I used to have low blood pressure. So when it started the numbers were high enough for me to go into emergency several times. And they would look at me and they would be like, well, this doesn't make any sense because, you don't have this, this, and this. You don't fit all of these categories. So it just doesn't make any sense. We don't know why your blood pressure is high. I went to specialists. I've been on blood pressure medications that was not bringing it down. I changed my diet. So that was the first thing. It started with my blood pressure. Incidentally, after that, I went to the doctors first, something else that popped up, and they discovered that I had a nodule on my thyroid. So I had to get that biopsied, and ended up needing to it came back benign, but because of the size of it, I had to have half of my thyroid removed surgically. And then they started growing on the remaining side. So after that, my gallbladder gave out on me. So I had to have gallbladder surgery. Your body will literally reject the wrong person. Your body knows before your head knows, before your heart knows. Your body will show you signs that it is rejecting the person that you're with. And it'll do it through illnesses, health ailments. Anxiety, so many things. It's just going to reject these people. So if you experience any kind of health issues right now, or you have things wrong with you that you keep going to the doctor for and nobody can come up with a reason or an actual diagnosis, but you know that there's something wrong, you can feel it, you know what you're going through, and you're listening to your body, and yet none of the doctors and all of your tests come back fine, and none of the doctors see anything wrong, and it almost looks like it's in your head, but it's not. This is your sign to take a look at what is your relationship like? What is your home life like? Your marriage? Do you feel safe with him? Is he taking care of you? Is he your safe place? Is he causing you anxiety? Is he causing you fear? Is he causing you to walk on eggshells daily? Are you having to watch what you say so that you don't upset him? All of these things get into this ball inside your body and it can't contain it anymore. You don't realize it. Your doctors don't realize it. And it starts showing up as different things. It can show up as pain, inflammation, digestive issues. It can show up as nodules growing in your body, and God forbid, tumors eventually. Your body is telling you that this is not a safe environment. You are in a constant state of hypervigilance. You need to give your body a break. You need to realize your situation, and you need to understand what's going on. And then once you begin your journey of healing, once you've eliminated what has been causing it, like for me, I couldn't get hardly any diagnoses for everything that was going on. Nobody could tell me why. Why was this stuff happening to my body? What was going on? Until one doctor finally asked me, what is going on at home? How is your relationship? Because something is causing you anxiety, which I denied having anxiety. I'm like, I don't have anxiety. But I did. Like 24 hours a day, I was anxious. So because of this one doctor that brought this to my attention, I was like, wow, the common denominator in all of my problems was my husband. I was anxious when I was around him. I was fearful when he would come home. I never knew what mood he was going to be in. He just didn't have any kind of empathy. He wasn't compassionate. I didn't know what names I was going to be called that day. I didn't know what mean jokes were going to be said about me. And these are all the things that he did. And it was piling up inside my body. My body was fighting me. I did not feel safe in my environment. And so when I talked to this doctor about it, when he actually brought it up to me, I was like, wow. Yeah, I think that actually might be the reason. And he's like, once you figure out your situation and you deal with the anxiety, you deal with the frustration, you deal with your home life, then you can begin your journey to heal. And I still didn't do it. It actually took my husband, me becoming aware of my husband's affair for me to actually leave. I didn't listen to my body. I had more things pop up. I had, my blood work would come back, and then I was pre-diabetic for years, and then diabetic, it turned into that. I started having vision issues and inflammation all throughout my body. My digestive issues kicked in. I no longer could digest anything. It seemed like I had an allergy to everything. It's so frustrating. And once I got out, and you can finally start to heal your body, you'll feel it start to calm down. The inflammation starts to go down. Your mental clarity comes back. I mean, there's just so much. And I really wish that I had known this before, because I suffered for years. My health issues have been the last 13 years. The last 13 years have been really hard on my health. And godly husband, one that will love you, one that has empathy, one that speaks to you softer and more kinder than they speak to anybody else. That is what they are supposed to do. They are supposed to love you the way Christ loves the church. And if you have somebody that's harsh in your life and you're experiencing any kind of health issues that are not being diagnosed, and you're starting to think that you're losing your mind because nobody can find anything wrong with you, or maybe they do find stuff wrong with you in your tests, but they don't know what the root cause of it is, or the treatments aren't working, then you need to assess your situation your relationship situation, your home situation, and see if that is where it's coming from. I just wanted to get on here and share that with you guys because I didn't have anybody to share that with me. And so for 13 years of me suffering one health issue after another, I just wish that I had somebody to be like, wow, is it being caused by a person maybe, or your situation? Because that would have helped me to understand a little bit more, even if I wasn't ready to listen. So that's why I'm on here telling you guys, please do not be out there looking for a man. Let God bring you the right one. All your job is to do, and what you should be doing, is seeking him always, all day long, every single day. You just keep running after Jesus and trust that he will bring the man you're supposed to be with to you. You do not have to go look for him. And I made a video prior talking about coming up with an agreement with God, and with a word or a phrase or something, and just asking him, when you do present me with this godly man, this godly husband that is meant to be with me, put these words in his mouth, or this word in his mouth, so that I know that that is coming from you. And for those of you that are already in relationships, are even married, or even have children, and you're being emotionally abused, or financially abused, verbally abused, psychologically abused, any of this, hopefully not physically abused, but there are those unfortunate situations also. So if you're in any of those situations, I just want you to know that God does not want you to be abused. He does not want his daughter to be abused in an abusive situation. And that is grounds to leave. If you are being abused in any way by your husband, it is not unbiblical to give him back to God and say, God, I can't do this. And I'm sorry I made a mistake. Don't let the church or other Christians tell you that you have to work it out, that God hates divorce. Well, God also hates abuse. So we can do a whole other video on that. Do not let them convince you that you have to stay and work it out with this person, because you don't deserve to be treated that way. And if you have kids, they're watching you be treated this way, and they're watching your health fail, and you're not being the best for them. So it's in their best interest and your best interest to remove yourself from that situation. Pray about it. Seek help. You can comment below, and I'll try to answer your questions about the steps that I had to go through, or if you need guidance on who to contact, I'd like to help you guys. Just let me know. And I'm so glad that you guys are here. I hope that my situation will help you guys in your situations. I hope that I'm somebody that my stories resonate with you, so that you can heal and you can live a life that you're supposed to live, because you deserve it. You deserve it. Pray, draw closer to God, get in God's word, and trust him. Trust him. I didn't do that in the past, and I made my own decisions. It just doesn't work out. I'm breaking the generational curses, and I'm here to guide you guys through the mistakes that I made. So I hope you liked this video. Please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of this content. Let me know if there's anything that you guys want me to talk about in the comments.